Good morning. It is 6:33 a.m. on Monday, June 4th, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Uh Still shaking off the sleepies a little bit, but powering forward. It was just as well that I had a sort of firm commitment in my head that I was going to bed early last night because I think by virtue of having stayed up a little too late on Friday and Saturday night, my brain wasn't really kind of ready to sleep yet. And so I definitely suspect that if I had not tried to focus on going to sleep early, I would have stayed up even later. As it was, I tried to go to bed early and kept sort of like it's I generally speaking don't have trouble sleeping. And only times I generally would ever have any difficulty falling asleep is just times when my brain sort of just feels like, well, but you had enough sleep already. It's not time yet. Or I suppose when if I'm really distracted by something. But in this case, I don't know. I just sort of I lay awake a little bit more than usual. Anyway, and the temptation, of course, in that situation is that you're bored when you're just laying in bed not going to sleep. So you want to do something to not be bored, but then if you do something, that actually just keeps you awake more. So, in any event, it was fine, and but it's definitely still early, and this weekend was interesting. It had a lot of D&D thoughts in it, because I think I mentioned on Saturday that this was the weekend of the Stream of Many Eyes, which has just had a whole lot of live streamed Dungeons and Dragons content associated with Wizards of the Coast announcing their newest module, which sounds very cool, I think. Um, Having it largely, lots of stuff associated with, one big city, and then, like a mega dungeon, which I don't know that I would ever like just run the dungeon necessarily, but a big dungeon with lots of content in it is great ideas, fuel for ideas, right? Like even if you don't ever run that dungeon, you can certainly see parts of it and say, "Oh, that is super cool. I wanted to lift that and put it in something else." Which is D&D is very good for being able to do stuff like that. So I was thinking about that a lot, and even though we didn't end up running Curse of Strahd on Saturday, I did check in with one of my other players, just to kind of catch up with her in terms of where her character's been since she's missed a few weeks, and you know just okay, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I have also just I didn't accomplish very much this weekend. I mean, not that I had like a long list of things that I was going to do and then didn't do them. It's more just a matter of I didn't set myself really any tasks and so didn't accomplish any, which is okay. It was supposed to just be sort of a relaxing downtime weekend. But, whenever you do that, or whenever I do that, there's always just sort of a vague sense of, well, what I should have accomplished more. It's it can be hard to relax sometimes, you know. But I kind of wanted a low key weekend for sure because Balticon is super fun, but also like intense. Like there's a lot going on there, and so having a weekend where it's like, nope, my weekend is going to consist of watching TV and hanging out and that sort of thing. So far, so good on the no sugar thing. I've definitely been craving it, but I have not caved to temptation so far. Um, it's just one of those things, too, where it's like, it's a little bit counterintuitive because I certainly know rationally that it's good for me, but my body has yet to give me any sort of a physical confirmation of that. You know, it's I'm sure it's a little bit like when people try to give up something they're addicted to, is because it's the immediate feedback that your body gives you is like, what are you doing? No, give me more of that immediately. Yeah, so yeah, we'll see. Anyway, so I will got to get to work, so I'll talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.